Woo! Hello. We're back. Had a busy day. Sorry for not going live earlier. Yo. Did everyone watch Tula's cooking stream yesterday? It was very entertaining. Yo, what's up? Sijuan gameplay. Hello. Yeah, we're starting streaming late. Sorry. It's okay, though. I'm gonna post something else. Hello. Yep, that's about right. You lost 50-50 to Arlecchino. My condolences. I'm sorry it wasn't Timona. You finished Strikers. What did you think? Do you have a different opinion than me? Or am I not crazy? Also, check out what I got this morning. It's okay, not this is my job. Thanks. There might be some Akasha ink today. Oh, you lost it to Gene? You said you lost it to Arlecchino. You don't know what I said or what I mean. I didn't like it. I found it really repetitive and very frustrating at the end because you run out of items. But I also played on hard. I'm aware you're supposed to play that game on lower difficulties. Do I expect further Clorinde buffs? Yeah. What game? Persona 5 Strikers. The Muso game. Clorinde will be acquired. You're willing to do whatever for Quinn, bro. The ball domain is cursed. I haven't gotten an artifact yet, and I've been max refreshing. I'm a bit upset about it. You just unlock things because you get infinite fun. I don't recommend you play it again. Clorinde got up by how much? 10 and 13%. We have to recalc constellations and weapons today, because our 5-star weapon also got buffed. That's what we're gonna do. We did teams last time. Something that's been brought to my attention is full EM Toma is higher damage than building him for attack pyro crit. So that's funny. That's very funny. I think Zajiv just doesn't like Chevres. Feel free to correct me about that. I think Zajiv thinks Chevres is a bad character. I think that's all there is to say about that statement. I think people will say Clorinde is mid because she has small numbers. Yes. I think the only way people don't say Clorinde is mid right now is if she's free. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna pitch. I've pitched this on Discord. Giving away a free Clorinde would be the most hype thing to ever happen. The reason free Dr. Ratio was so good in Honkai Star Rail is because he's actually really fucking good. Clorinde could be the exact same thing, and she's a waifu. It would also be smart, because everyone has essentially been suckered into pulling Raiden already. So she's not really adding account value, because most people already have her in the form of Raiden. It would also bait me to pull cons. If they give a free Clorinde, I'm pulling cons. Sales pitch, it'd be hype. It'd be the most insane hype shit ever. Pass the copium, brother. What about free Sijuin? Free Sijuin, much less hype. Sijuin isn't very good. Free Sijuin. Free Clorinde. Well, she's also maybe not very good. She's not bad. And she just is a competent DPS. She's a very competent DPS. She's a very good DPS. It would be the hypest shit you could possibly imagine. I would be jumping out of my chair in excitement if they announced free Clorinde. Yo! She is mid. She is not mid. She is just Raiden. However good you consider Raiden is however good you consider Clorinde. I'm sorry, that's just a fact right now. Clorinde might do a little bit more damage. Ultimately, doesn't really matter. She just kind of is Raiden. Clorinde heal should be taken into consideration. Yeah, you're trading off-field Electro for self-healing. Knowing how they'd give free Siggy, Clorinde will sell. I think Clorinde would sell more if they gave her away for free. Because her C1 is so fucking good. It's, I'm telling you, it's big brain. Her C1 is so good. I would pull C1 if she was free. I think they should actually do it. She doesn't have a damage percent passive. It is a multiplier. Pipoga. It's talent damage. Ratio, he had Topaz and Adventure, and they made their money on him. You don't know if they don't. They do release 5-stars like that in Genshin all the time. Literally all the time. If I played Arlecchino Furina teams that feel good, is the anti-synergy too strong? I have constellations on both of those characters. I actually have C6 on both of them. Furina is technically just a better buffer than Yelan with cons. So there are Furina Arlecchino teams that can feel good, just because you're doing damage. Is talent damage? Yeah, it's talent damage. The 12 times 3. What? It's 24 times 3 now? It's talent damage. It's an extra hit every normal attack damage. Every instance of normal attack damage. Do you know what 4-star weapons would be good? Finale of the Deep and Lion's Roar. Yo, how's it going, Jello? I don't think Raiden is a bad DPS at all. I actually think Raiden's a good DPS. And that's why I think a free Clorinde could be like the hypest shit ever. It would be so, let me cope. I'm aware it's pure copium, but it would be so hype. It would just be so hype. I have no idea what to run. Yunjin. Yeah. Let's play Yunjin. Value matters less than attention with the Will running at the same time. Yeah. They just want attention. Same patch as the free Ayaka. The throat coat would be better than a free doctor ratio. I guess it would be as good as a free doctor ratio. She's a waifu, so I guess you could say it's better. Because she's hot? I don't know. You could definitely make the case for that. Excuse me, Chad. I have no bat, but I must spin. Apologies. It'll be over soon. There was no imaginary DPS besides Dill. There's no electro DPS besides Raiden. What a coincidence. Am I doing New Abyssma? Okay, how long is this? Is this over yet? I'm actually getting sick. Another minute? It's okay, I can't do it either. I can't do it anymore either. I am spun out. You realize his balance around his ability to apply damage. What applying IRL damage be like? Ugh. Can Sige win spin to win? Yes. Yeah, we are getting Abyss 2 that makes team building more difficult. Or at least more demanding. I think the time is right for a free 5-star DPS. And them being Electro also gives them synergy for Hyper Bloom. Which, meme all you want, it's kind of important for like a starter DPS to be pretty good for Hyper Bloom. So you don't have to be dependent on re-rolling Shinobu on your standard banner to play it. I think Clorinde could be a really, really good free character. I think she could be really good. She's also not dependent on healers, which makes her like skill issue friendly. There needs to be a special occasion. Ooh, it's releasing. Hey yo, Arlecchino, would you like to use your skill? Whatever. Free Dory C6. That would actually, that would also be really nice, but that's not 4-star. That's a 4-star. You don't get 4-star C6s. I think Clorinde could actually be a free-to-play god if she was free. If they give a free Clorinde, I'd actually just do the community account challenge again, that update, instead of waiting. Unless she just lasts, or is free until the end of, or until mid-Natlan, like Ratio was. Where did the idea of a free 5-star come from? It's been, like, it's something we talked about since Dr. Ratio was given out. We're getting the new Abyss game mode. Also, like, Clorinde is so similar to Raiden. It just makes me think. It just made me think, like, Raiden. She's just Raiden. What if Raiden? What if free Raiden? I don't think she'll be free, but I think it would be insanely hype. I think it would be a smart decision for Hoyo to do it. And it would bury Wooba if they did it. Imagine they pull a fast one and do Sichuan. Sichuan is just bad. This is Genshin. Hype things don't happen. Yeah, but what if they did? Does Clorinde have Arca? Yes, she does. She's Usia, which is the same as Lynette. It's a sleeper patch? It's a triple character patch. It's not supposed to be a sleeper patch. It's supposed to be a high traffic patch. Free Sichuan, take it or leave it. Bruh. Call me Uncle Copium. I'd like to see it. I'd like to see Hoyo be nice. What is this song? This is a lo-fi remix of Persona 5 music. It's Price. Ratio sells entire archetype. What does Clorinde sell? She sells Genshin Impact. She sells Hyperbloom, actually. On-field DPS for Hyperbloom. And Aggravate. Doesn't Sichuan buff skill damage? She does. She buffs 10 instances of skill damage. The optimal way to play Sichuan might be to never use her burst. Isn't that Sino? Yeah, but it's too late to give out a Sino. Yo! You saw assuming TF? Nice. Same DPS on sheet. Nice. I'm personally not gonna play TF. Is C0 Clorinde gonna be better than C2 Raiden? No. C0 Clorinde is gonna be about as good as C0 Raiden. C2 Clorinde will be about as good as C2 Raiden. Is Clorinde better than Kutzing? She does more damage than Kutzing. If you want to read into that however you'd like, go ahead. She also heals herself, unlike Kutzing. I don't know. Call me Uncle Copium. I think it would be a good idea. Can she cut to the chase? Speed of light! Kid, no one gets away. DSNA! DSNA! With sword comes shadow. C6 Kirara are really better than Baiju. He technically always has, or she technically always has been. Baiju does a better job keeping you alive, which is why people generally prefer Baiju. But yeah, technically, Kirara has always been better. It's not really an exaggeration either. Considering shorter cooldowns might make it better official. Yeah. But that doesn't mean considering does more damage. And we can talk about on-paper DPS as much as we want. People don't always play like that. It is important for a character to just have innately higher damage. What happened to Witch? I need Shimanoas for Arlecchino. For now, I'm doing Shimanoas for Arlecchino. Why do Hydro and Pyro units get to be good when they can abuse Vape? Yet, on-field Electro, they all struggle to do damage with those reactions, because their damage is unreacted. There is something to be said for easier damage. I think it's less of a valid argument with characters like Neuvillette being introduced. But being dependent on reactions for damage is not... It is an argument that it makes characters harder to play. Which means they can theoretically do higher damage because they're harder to play. Neuvillette's damage is mostly unreacted, yes. So is Arlecchino's. Arlecchino does not get as much from Vape as other Pyro characters. Shimanoa's not the new set. I'm farming the new set. I haven't gotten any pieces yet, so for now I have to use Shimanoa's. I'd rather not be scuffed. This is what I'm using. I have C2. I'm using Shimanoa's. I have C6 actually, but I'm using Shimanoa's right now. Temporary measure. Speaking of Yoimiya. I think this actually has to be updated. Yeah, this is Vape. Vape Yunjun. Okay. Vape with Yunjun. Is there no Bennett Vape? Whatever. Yoimiya. Optimize. One Shimanoas. Witch. Gilded. Glad. Shim. Drake meme? Yeah, the Drake meme is really good. Why is Optimizer so ad infested? It be like that sometimes. Some days you just can't get rid of a bomb, in the words of Adam West. How good is Clorinde looking? She looks okay. She doesn't look bad. Okay, this is not what I expected to see. Bruh. She looks a lot like Raiden. She looks like a pretty direct Raiden alternative. Do I already have this one up here? No, I don't. Okay. Yo, 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 yo. Mika gives attack speed. Mika does give attack speed. We love Mika here. Do you think? I'm not even gonna bother. I could probably get away with auto build for this one though. Yeah, this is one we could probably get a lot of build for. Divided by should aggravate by 18 instead of 20. I'll fix that then. Thank you. You are no, it's 18. Yeah, that's fine as is. By 18 says 20. I meant for it to be 18. I did mean for it to be 18. In about an hour. Yeah, we can talk about games on the meal later. Sure. That sounds like fun. Oh god, my eyes. Oh god, Yoimi, why? Why are you so orange? Isn't Baj's verse 20? No, it's 18. You check the wiki. Is it 80 cost? Oh, that sucks. It's fine anyway. He is an 80. Why is he an 80 cost? Bro, this character sucks. Baiju. It's technically fine. You're just gonna use this burst or whatever. It's technically fine. Oh, it's actually not different. Okay. Same one set? You're goddamn right. How do you think I'm so high on the Arlecchino board? You're goddamn right it is. Number 400 now. Okay. It's an upgrade. Heard that Clorinde, Healerless ag teams are stronger than all 8th official need Nobu. Is that right? I don't know. I don't know. It's nice that she can play Healerless for sure. Do you have a Kasha link? The Curara C6? Yes. Yes, she is. Yes, I. I might be able to upgrade this. I'm not sure. Yes, I. Soria! Yeah! Yeah! With Sword comes Shadow. Soria! This thing's fun. This is 1 thing's 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 It's a mix of JP and EN. It'd be like that sometimes. Where's something about Clorinde? This would be the sound effect. They just changed it. They just changed it. Is it still bad in your opinion? I think it sounds fine. I like the new sound effects. Yo, what's up? How's it going? Sound effect doesn't sound dull anymore. Here, I can actually just play the sound effect. Listen. Okay, Clorinde, move. Bruh, what's the video like? Move, Clorinde. I like the new sound effects. Her burst sounds really good now. That's her burst. It's electric noise and slashes. Yeah, that's correct. Her burst has some bass. The gunshot sounds like Skyrim's crossbow, not gonna lie. Bruh. Her burst has some bass. It actually has some bass behind it. Wow. That's nice. Sounds like she's shooting electro instead of bullets. She is shooting electro instead of bullets. That's exactly what she's doing. That's correct. What do you think she's doing? You got Kino C1. Congrats. It's awesome. It's probably fine. I could sing, but might be a little scuffed. It's probably fine. Soria! Soria! Isn't she like 4th reboot in like a week from now? What? The animated trailer shows her using bullets. Does it? We're gonna watch the animated trailer again. We're gonna watch the animated trailer again. Where's the Fontaine cast reveal? You're pretty sure? I'm pretty sure it shows electro effects. Linny, character demo, 4.0, Overture, Final Feast. It's this one, right?
My mission.
Ladies and gentlemen, she did it! Seeing is believing, my friends. This has been Linny and Lynette's magic show.
The essence of magic is getting people to believe a lie. And the most important part of this is what people see. People don't realize how much they expect their eyes to tell them the truth.
Yo, it's Charlotte!
But what you see is not real. It's all a show.
Chat,
And
look.
every part of the show
Do you think they're ever going to release this character? Do you think this character is ever gonna get released? We're coming up on 4.7 and she's still not getting released. Just...
Controlled.
Controlled how?
Seriously blind. You misses seriously
By
blind.
choosing the right time, the right place.
Is literally reading. Yeah, this was a chat. This was an argument with chat. Chat thought he was blind because he felt the cuff, but he's literally reading. He's literally reading. He's literally reading in the trailer. He's literally...
And every part of the show is carefully controlled.
You thought so too.
Oh
my God.
By choosing the right time, the right place, and the right people. Whoever controls these three controls everything. But keep your eyes peeled, and you might be able to turn things to your advantage.
Okay, that is not a bullet. That is electro. That's an electro bullet. Chat, that's an electro bullet.
Able to turn things
Look.
to your advantage.
Look at this. Look at this trail. It's literally lightning. It's electro and a bullet. Still a bullet with electro around it. It's a railgun. It's literally a bullet. Doesn't she load her gun in the idol? Or that tester for diversity. It's a bullet with electro. Yeah. It has always been advertised as electro. It's a bullet with an electro trail. Okay. It's always been advertised as an electro gun. It's an electro gun. I'm sorry. I don't know how to tell you this. She's literally trying to shoot Navia. She's literally... Why is she trying to shoot Navia? I don't know.
But keep your eyes peeled, and you might be able to turn things to your advantage.
The trail is, yeah, there is a projectile in there. The two faction war, duh.
In a nutshell, magic
Foreshadowing.
is what you see with your own two eyes.
Looking back, this trailer does not properly reflect character relations at all.
Very fun.
It really
But
doesn't.
it's not enough.
It really doesn't. Arlecchino is really mean to Linny and Lynette here.
Let me make something clear. You think of yourselves as magicians, but when you're on the stage, you're first and foremost actors.
Like, she's really mean to them here.
Actors hone their craft
She calls them,
to
like,
mesmerize the whole
bruh.
crowd.
She calls them shit. She calls them shit. She calls them shit and, like, bullies them. That's not like her at all. There's no Linny or Lynette there. Was she wrong? Yes. In general, is more villainous and mean in the trailer than in the game. Yeah. Other than making Furina sad.
Boring.
The snap is accurate.
I mean, why do I even bother? When are we going to finally see a real twist for once?
Please refrain from levity in the court. This trial is far from over.
That made you think Clorinde had agency?
And the most
Isn't she just acting as Gifulet's bodyguard?
And
She's just walking with Gifulet. What agency? What agency?
whoever controls these three controls everything.
Yeah, what agency?
But
Huh?
keep your eyes peeled, and you might be able to turn things to your advantage.
Is that girl next to Rishi Sijuan? Yes.
But what you see is not real. It's all a show.
That might be Sijuan with the bunny ears. That could be Sijuan.
And every part of
I
the
don't know what could give you that idea though.
show is carefully controlled.
controlled how?
By choosing the right time, the right place,
Lion Zero is better than Finale now? Nice.
and the right people. Whoever controls these three controls everything. But keep your eyes peeled, and you might be able to turn things to your advantage.
Remember when people thought Reese were blind? Yes. Thank you, Lord Shin. 11 months. Let's go. Coming up on our anniversary. You can't believe Sichuan is a 5-star? Everyone here is a 5-star besides Charlotte. And Lynette.
In a nutshell, magic is what you see with your own 2 eyes.
And Sichuan. Feeling the deep not buffing burst makes it worse. Okay.
Very fun. But it's not enough.
Bro forgot Freminette? Oh yeah, he is at the start.
Let me make something clear.
But yeah, this
You
is
think
not
of
really
yourselves
Arlecchino
as
at all.
magicians, but when you're on the stage, you're first and foremost actors. Good actors hone their craft to mesmerize the whole crowd.
Watch the Harbingers meeting again? Yeah, I know. Oh, wait, Winter Nights Lazoo is the best. It's the best trailer. Oh, Winter Nights Lazoo is the best trailer. Where is a Winter Nights Lazoo? Should be about here. We should also look at the Sumera promotional video, because this one was also really good. Yeah, it's about the same time. This one is really well animated.
Everything in this world
They
runs
cheaped
in a
out
loop.
for Fontaine.
As for the truth, that's on you to find out. So no matter how strange or spooky things may look on the surface, maybe all they point to in the end is a small and simple secret. In the end, I'm just the moon. The real sun is
This is like an actual animated trailer. This is like an... It's very short, but it is an actually well animated trailer.
Everything in this world runs in a loop. As for the truth, that's on you to find out. So no matter how strange or spooky things may look on the surface, maybe all they point to in the end is a small and simple secret. In the end, I'm just the moon. The real sun is long gone.
Nah, it's great. We still haven't seen the burning tree. Yes, there has still not been a burning tree in Sumera. We still have not seen the burning tree. The burning tree has been advertised since the beginning. It's correct. Can we burn that tree already? Burning tree. Tree won't they cut it? They definitely cut it.
The sages think themselves to be all-knowing, but we alone are wise to the virtue in those.
The animation isn't 60 FPS.
In this war, not even a single pawn.
The burning tree is an
spared.
allegory. Okay,
Because on this chessboard,
but I don't want it. Where's the burning tree?
not where the game.
Burning trees are
ends.
a good set piece. Where's the burning tree? They confirmed burning tree will happen in an interview. They confirmed. Pog.
We are gathered here today to remember our dear comrade. In honor of her sacrifice, all work should halt for half a day as the nation mourns her passing.
Merely half a day? People say the Northland Bank's true currencies are blood and tears.
But Mayor, even speaking as a banker, that sounds a little unconscionable.
Rosaline died in a foreign land. But you heartless businessmen and dignitaries always with a convenient excuse to remain in the comfort of your homeland. You couldn't hope to understand. So why don't you keep your mouths shut? We don't want to make the children cry.
She doesn't want to make the children cry?
Hey, come on now. Even I don't think this is the right time or place for a fight.
Utterly risible.
Though her methods tarnished her honor, Loafalta's sacrifice is a great pity. Her loss shall not hinder our progress. But Dottore, what of Scaramouche and the Gnosis from Inazuma?
Conventional wisdom holds that divine knowledge cannot be rationally comprehended. After conquering the divine gaze, he will make his next move.
It's time to end tonight's foolish theatrics. Right now, you have no captive audience. Let every worthy sacrifice be carved in ice. With this nation, endure for...
Alright, which Espada am I looking forward to the most? Which Espada are we looking towards to the most, chat? Sus. I'm not sure which one we're looking forward to the most. True Capitano. Arlecchino, which is Geo. Here's a prediction. Okiora. Do you think they'll reveal Tartaglia to actually be the number 0 Harbinger? That would be that'd be hilarious. I think they should do it. That would be hilarious. You know, the Tor explodes. Columbina, your beloved. I think we're going to see Catherine in the next region. That's not her name. What is her name? What is her name? What is... Sandrone. I think Sandrone will be the playable Harbinger next region. That's my prediction. I think Sandrone will be the next playable Harbinger. And I think she'll be Geo. Really? That's my prediction. I think Capitano will be in the story the same way Dottore was in the Sumeru story. But I think Sandrone will be the next playable Harbinger.
Time. In the name of Her Majesty the Tsaritsa, we will seize authority from the gods. Absolute peace.
Didn't the NPC say Capitano was at war? Yes. Didn't the story say Dottore was in Sumeru? That didn't really factor into which Harbinger was playable. There can be multiple of them in a region. I have a feeling it will be Sandrone. That's my prediction. We'll see if it's correct, but that's my prediction.
Such is the gift from the Tsaritsa. Such is Her Majesty's benevolence. Now you rest in this coffin, encased in layer upon layer of ice. But Rosaline, I promise you, your final resting place will be the entirety of the old world.
Don't worry, chat. There is more. There is more. Don't worry. If you wanted to see Skara in the hoodie, you can see Skara and Signori in the hoodie.
The Tsaritsa has decreed as follows.
Don't worry.
I hereby pardon your crime.
They got you, fam. They went out of their way to make character sheets and design them just for you. They did it. They did. Can we resume Clorinde changes, please? Scar look goofy. Bruh. Senor is still alive? Thank you, Hoyo, for the last Senora drip. Lament vibes. Sandrone barely ever leaves her lab. Her being in Natlan would be jarring. Who's to say her lab can't be in Natlan? Hello. Their labs can be anywhere.
And
For Tui are
bestow
everywhere.
upon you a new name. This title and its legacy of bloodshed are now yours to bear. My poor man.
Who am I looking forward to? None of them. No. I think none of them. Senora mains went crazy when this dropped. So did Honkai Star Rail mains. Look, Honkai Star Rail Genshin crossover.
Come with me. I will raise you as my child, like a strict and unfeeling father.
Oh, adventure. Kakashafa. Yeah. Kakavasha. Kakavasha is canon. Oh yeah, I got my ass kicked this banner, by the way. Anyway. Like adventuring so much more after 2. Okay, we're gonna take a detour, talk about some game design stuff. Yeah, let's talk to Oatmeal. Sure. Hello.
Hello?
Hello.
Wait, let me turn up your volume. Okay. How to start this? I had some notes. Okay, first of all,
You
I
should introduce
really
yourself.
appreciate... Sorry?
You should introduce yourself.
I have no introduction. I'm just a random viewer, bro.
Okay, you're a random viewer. What did you want to talk
Yeah,
about?
random. Okay, so what do you think about the current state of character design in Genshin, specifically over like 4.x patches? Because I definitely have a strong opinion.
In positive or negative? Because it's a lot of, I guess you'd say, repetition.
Yeah, I would say my opinions on it are somewhat negative, right? I feel like maybe throughout this patch it feels like most of the characters have been very much retreading like previous stuff, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, I know exactly what you mean. Do you have a highlight character that like comes to mind as this is like unique one?
As in like not retreading previous stuff?
Yeah. Who doesn't
Shevers.
retread? Shevers.
Shevers, kind of. I think Shevers is like one of the only characters that has kind of like opened up new archetypes. Senyun as well is like, you know, like she does have like she does introduce like a new playstyle, I guess. Even like the icon Furina, like it feels like they could have done so much more with this HP manipulation mechanic, and then they kind of just gave up on it, right? Like,
I think the HP manipulation isn't a mechanic as much as it is a limitation. It's meant to be like, this is the disadvantage of using Furina, because you have to have a healer in your teams. The problem is it's very easy to have a healer in your teams, and they literally sold you one when it wasn't convenient. Or for when it wasn't convenient.
Yeah, so about healers, that's a good segue into my next question is, what do you think about the current state of, or I guess, okay, the main thing I want to talk about, spoilers, it's about defensive utility. So, like, what do you think about, like, defensive utility in Genshin? Like, currently?
I think defensive utility is actually a valuable thing on a character. It's one of the reasons that has kind of propelled Zhongli to be so popular. Like, the ease of gameplay is important. We've also seen characters that are tankier than before in, like, Nivelette, where he just has essentially 40,000 HP, and he heals himself 50%. It's very difficult to die on Nivelette because of that. So it makes these characters' defensive stuff really useful. Clorinde is going to be healing herself, which is defensive utility. So she should be easy to play because of it.
Yeah, right. So
Right.
a lot of the so yeah, Nivalit is one thing, right? He scales up HP, so of course he's tankier, right?
Yeah.
But one thing is that like most of the defensive utility options we have in this game are healers, right?
Yeah.
Healers, they do not increase your max HP pool. They do not stop you from like getting like staggered or one shot, right?
There is one character that does.
Yes, there is one character that does, but for the most part, like the entirety of defensive utility in Genshin is basically just healing, right?
Yeah.
And like shielders as an archetype in Genshin, they do exist, except they are a lot weaker. They're balanced to be a lot weaker than healers, especially after Furina's release.
Yeah, especially
Right.
after Furina's. I think it wasn't a big deal before Furina.
Yeah, in fact,
But
before Furina,
Now, if you make a choice to use a shielder, you are generally just locking yourself out of Furina, which ends up being problematic.
There was like a period in time, right? During like I think Inazuma, right, where shielders were so strong, or like shielders were considered strong that they like, you know, they like did it like a bunch of like corrosion of this and stuff, but like that's like
Bleed, yeah.
Because or like I guess what I'm trying to remind you is that like there was a time, right, where everyone considered shielders very strong and healers not as strong in terms of like defensive utility, which I think that is the reason why shielders are still like as weak as they are, right? All like shielders like as characters really don't do much else. But this is where one of my ideas come in. So you know, there's like so of all the defensive characters in Genshin, you can like split them into healers and shielders, and then there's also two characters. There's Xingqiu and there's Dea, right? These characters like it's like it exists like it's basically just like a character that can give you interruption resistance.
There is a third. Her name is Beidou.
Doesn't Beidou technically give you a shield?
She gives you interruption resistance. It is less than interruption resistance and damage reduction.
I mean, yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense.
She just isn't as flexible of a character.
Yeah. Well, okay. Well, you could argue she's probably more flexible than Dea, right?
Yeah, you can argue she's more
flexible. And then like
than Dea.
you could see like similar things with like Baiju, right? The reason they gave him like this tiny little shield.
The shield
because,
is really nice for interruption resistance on Baiju. It's
yeah,
definitely
that's the only reason it exists.
Yeah.
Because so they obviously know that this is a problem, right? They know that like, and it's very obvious with the enemies they put into Abyss as well, right?
Right.
Like it's like a lot of the difficulty or a lot of I don't know if it's like difficulty, but like a lot of like the things that cause you to spend more time in Abyss is like frustrating enemy patterns, and like especially like since one of our main defensive options in the game is Bennett, right? When he applies pyro to you and the enemy happens to have an elemental attack.
Yeah, they've done a very good job balancing that.
1.5 double the damage. So now there's two routes that I can go, and I want to circle back to the other one eventually, but I want you to choose which one to do first. So the first one is Poise, and the second one is Self-Aura.
When you say poise, do you mean knockback or interruption resistance? As in like the poise that your characters deal? Because your characters also do poise damage.
Well, yes, enemies, all attacks do poise damage, right?
Yeah.
Your characters do poise damage to the enemies do poise damage to you. It's the same mechanic.
Yeah.
It's just like, if I go to the wiki page here, like enemies tend to be like a lot. They have just like bigger like base poise. Or I guess, do you want to talk about poise first?
Sure.
Okay, so are you familiar with the poise equation? Like, well, like what how the damage, the poise damage done to you.
Yeah,
is
it
calculated.
multiplies down to 0.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, like all the interruption resistance things, they're like 0.25, 0.5, whatever multipliers.
Xingqiu's is 0.3, Beto's is 0.5.
Yeah.
Innate melee characters of 0.5.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah. Anything ranged has a lower poise. If you're a
Yeah.
catalyst or a bow character.
Yeah, melee characters have 100 and ranged characters have 50.
Yep.
As like the base poise number, which is like this invisible thing that exists. Like a lot of people don't realize it exists, right?
Yep.
But like technically you can take a few hits and then you don't get staggered, like stun locked until you like reach that like, or I don't know, like it goes up. So like reach that 50 or 100 thing. So we have some mechanics in the game that exist to decrease the amount of damage that is done, like poise damage that is done, like a point whatever multiplier.
Yep.
But there exists no mechanic in the game to increase the base poise, right? It's like for characters like 50 or 100, you can't, there's no way to change that, right?
Yeah. What they've done is characters have their innate poise innate poise multipliers of their stances. Example, you talked about bow characters being base 50. Tartaglia actually does become base 100.
Is, 100 because it's a 0.5 on his skill.
Yep, when you activate his elemental skill, he becomes base 100.
Wait, hold on. Let me get a screenshot. So this is a bit outdated because I started looking at this stuff. It was before Navia's release. Oh, it might be unreadable. Wait.
Raiden when burst is 0. Eula when burst is also 0. These are Ito during his charge attacks is also 0. Any character in a plunge animation is 0, meaning you cannot be staggered at all in these animations, no matter how many times you get hit.
Okay, so.
Whoa. Okay.
Okay. I know this. It looks a bit weird, but I wonder if So, like I noticed I guess a pattern when you look at the base defense of melee characters versus ranged characters.
It's also higher.
Yeah. So like melee characters tend to have higher base defense than ranged characters, with like a few exceptions. And so the reason I brought this up is because I feel like you know, this third base stat in the game of Genshin Impact, we don't really hear about it often. Like
base staff?
Yeah. So, like, I feel like one way they could make the game, like, they could make this aspect of, like, the game more interesting. First of all, by, like, I think it would be nice if you could see the poise bar, right? Like, as stamina bar.
Sahiro?
Like, yeah. Like other types of like fighting games, I guess you could see the poise bar, and I think that it would be nice if that poise bar or the amount of poise you get is based on your defense stat, right? So then in that case, so like obviously like currently like defense, it does make you tankier, right? But HP also makes you tankier, and like
yeah, that's the problem.
And like all the healing and all the shielding is like it scales of HP, right?
Even Zhongli
so, like,
uses HP.
Yeah, like the only characters that use defense as a stat right now are characters that just essentially converted to attack, and that's fine. You can convert it to attack. It's fine.
Except
but it would be nice if it like
Xin Yin uses Def for her shield and does not use it for any of her damage.
Yeah, I think okay, I think that actually maybe like it would be nice if like all the shields were defense based, but as soon as they made Zhongli HP based, they kind of like dug the grave for that. But like you know how I'm not sure if this is when I played Star Rail when it first came out. I'm pretty sure Shield and Star Rail scale of HP. I mean scale of defense.
Shields
right?
and Genshin actually do scale off defense. The defense of the person being attacked.
Yeah.
which is
Because,
a funny mechanic.
I mean, it makes sense, I guess. But okay, I guess like so like imagine if you had so I was talking about like character design and defensive utility and how it's like very like one-dimensional, I feel, in Genshin currently. Like if you had this kind of like way to like manipulate your poise and you were able to like play around it, then you could have like you could have characters that like instead of being healers or shielders, they like buff your defense, right? And as a result, like since buffing your defense is inherently weaker than having a shield, because you still take damage, then you could give more power budget to them to like buff you in other ways. Yeah.
So you're saying if Xingqiu had a buff instead of his damage?
Does kind of have a like Xingqiu is like balanced like in a way similar to that, right? Because you like he is a sub DPS, right? He does do like significant damage to with the team, or someone like Zhongli, right? He exists to give you a shield and do nothing else. So like for characters like for characters who like are animation based, right? They don't want to get interrupted. Oh wait, I forgot to mention this. Do you know that every single character? Yeah, so Fushan. Did you notice that every single character in Fontaine, like they have like an early constellation that's like increased interruption resistance?
Besides Riesli.
Yeah. Well, like, I mean,
it's really.
Okay,
I think it's actually just Arlecchino and Neuvillette.
Is it really just Arlecchino and Neuvillette?
I think so.
Oh, I fucked up then. Okay, I just made some. Never mind.
Navia is in the form of crystallized shields, because crystallized shields are a shield. They act the same way as Baizhu. You are fully stagger immune for one attack for every shield. Chiori is not a non-shielder.
Okay, that's a bit awkward. I should have fact checked that.
Riesli, I think, increases his poise with his skill. But that's not.
Yeah, but most characters increase their poise with their skill. Like, Hu Tao does even.
Yeah. I think Hu Tao was the original.
Didn't Tartaglia come out before?
There was Tartaglia, but Tartaglia just becomes a melee character.
Yeah, but technically it's the same as Hu Tao. I think it's the same number.
It's
like 0.5.
technically still 0.5, but he's got the lower base.
Okay, but like so like if you like, there could be thresholds where like you buff your defense to a point. Especially like you could be able to test this if this was visible on like characters and enemies, right? You could buff your defense to a point where you could like maybe take 1 or 2 hits and you don't get staggered, right? If you like tune the numbers correctly. And like I think
so you're talking about having or viewing defense roll on an artifact or a flat defense roll as not a bad stat, or not a terrible stat.
It's still probably a bad stat, but you would need like an external source. Like you would need like a character, right? That like provides that like buffs your defense, like a shielder or a healer.
Like a Goro.
Yeah, and then like so a character like Linny, right?
Right.
Would very, very much appreciate something like that. Or
so if you could play Linny with Goro instead of Joel.
Yeah, basically. And then like if you have like defense scaling characters, they kind of like double dip, right?
Yeah.
They get like tankier and they already do, but they get tankier and they also do more damage, which is like an interesting thing, maybe.
I think that's an interesting thought where you could, instead of buffing interruption resistance directly, you could have characters that buff defense, which can in turn buff your interruption resist.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And then like yeah, someone mentioned, okay, so I'm sure, okay, so like Daya and Fushan have like the exact same kit, right? And like Fushan just like, she provides crit rate, and like Daya doesn't, or I think Daya would be a good character. I swear Daya would be a good character if her ult was replaced with something more useful. Like I feel like they really dropped the ball with Data.
Fushuan is also effectively a full uptime character in Honkai Star Rail.
Oh
Dia
yeah, true.
is not a
And
full
Daya
uptime
in 9
character.
seconds is, yeah.
Wait,
I mean, yeah.
yeah.
But like the concept exists, I guess. Yeah, sorry.
The other thing is that you can't avoid incoming damage in Honkai Star Rail. You can in Genshin.
Yeah, but it would be nice if you didn't have to sometimes. And for a lot of characters, it's like, and you could design characters around like that sacrifice, not being able to avoid incoming damage for like doing more damage. Like,
what do you think about Clorinde?
What do you think about Clorinde?
Yeah, what do you think? About
other than I find her extremely boring, the ride-in replacement.
I figured you'd have something interesting to say about her self-sustain.
Oh, okay. Yeah, well, I was, fuck. Dude, okay. Okay. I'm sorry. Florin's self is nice. It's, like, it feels like she's like able to like
I think it is an angle on it where kind of like that Zhengcho thing.
She is able to just like take more like
she's able to take more than other
on field.
It kind of goes into that Fontaine thing where it's I think she does have an interruption resistance constellation as well. Does she? Is it on her constellations? I don't remember.
I'm not sure either. Yeah, I could easily check.
Yes.
Right now.
Yes, she does. It's on C2.
Yeah, like these interruption resistance constellations, they always make me cringe. Like,
I feel like they rob Unit of a lot of their identity.
Okay, so I'm a bit nervous. Okay, so do this.
Take a deep
like
breath. Okay, now go.
So the second thing I want to talk about, self-aura, right? So, you know, Bennett, you've seen like the battle pass weapon talking stick, right?
Yep,
it's like you have pyro apply to you at the buff. Yeah. Like elemental like auras, like the self-aura thing, it's
right now they exist purely to grief the player.
Yeah, right now, like one of them is a debuff, Cryo is a debuff, and then Hydro makes you get frozen, and then the rest of them don't do anything other than like make you get like reacted upon.
Technically, they all cleanse, which is if the enemy applies the debuff to you, you're able to apply another element and react it off.
Yeah.
Which is the intended mechanic. It's most prevalent in Gene, and I guess Bennett, because if you're Hydro, you can vape it off. But the problem is if you're Electro and Pyro, you actually get staggered by the overload. And if it's Electro and Hydro, you get staggered by the Electro charged. And if it's Hydro and Cryo, you just get frozen. It's really just grief.
So, okay. So this is where I wanted to move to, like, what do you think about Geo as an element? Do you think it's finished, done, never touched again?
I think we always, at 1.0 there were always two forms of Geo. There was Noelle and Ninglong. We got the Noelle part of Geo fleshed out in Inazuma. And again with Chiori. The Ninglong part of Geo from 1.0 went completely untouched until Navia released. So, in a way, there's kind of always been two forms of Geo, as funny as that is to say.
Yeah, the one that scales off attack and the one that scales off defense, right?
Yeah. And the Archon that scales off HP.
The Archon that scales off HP instead of defense for some reason. So like as an element, like as it like plays into like the elemental reaction system in the game, Geo doesn't do anything pretty much, right?
Yeah.
Like it feels
It's
like
a non-element.
It's like it's just a dead element.
Right. It's the absence of an element. You can
Yeah.
Geo characters can be really useful just by providing utility that no one else has. You could have made Shun Yun a Geo character, and she would have been more balanced. For example.
And I think so like, you know when people like talk about like Geo reworks and stuff, they like want like reactions, like make new reactions and stuff. I think the not having elemental reactions thing is on purpose for Geo.
Yeah.
And like I think that like you can like it's just underutilized in the game, and I think you could take it further by making Geo like the universal cleansing element, right?
Oh.
Except actually,
Annabelle.
I'm not sure how it would work. It might not work with like Dendro, right? But like because that doesn't make any sense. But like we have 4 crystallized reactions. We have 4 crystallized reactions.
They
so
could add
they give you a shield, right?
They could add Dendro Crystal. It really wouldn't matter.
Yeah, I mean, it wouldn't matter, but it doesn't exist currently.
Yeah.
But okay, so you have 4 you have crystallized as a reaction. What it does, it gives you a shield. The shield, it doesn't. One, it scales off EM, which is wrong. It shouldn't scale off EM. That makes no sense. It should probably scale off like the defense of the person that triggered it or something, so that you can actually like make use of it. And 2, like I think it would be interesting if like enemies have elemental shields, right?
Yes, they do.
And like, so like, what if like, it's like of course like Geo can't exist as an aura currently, because that's what they decided from the start of the game. But like I think so about the self aura thing. What do you think about like maybe having whenever you apply? Wait, let me just read out my fucking script. What the shit?
So you're saying whenever a crystal is procced, you apply self Geo?
Yeah. So like so whenever a crystal is proc, you apply self Geo, and then this Geo, it would make it so that it's like it forms like a shield between the element that you apply to yourself and the elements that the enemy applies to you. Right. So like let's say you're standing in a Bennett circle and you're using Talking Sick, so then you play a Geo character, and you're fighting the Hydra with Telfa, and then you're playing you play a Geo character that like procs Crystallize, and then that applies a Geo self aura to you. When Hydra Telpa attacks you, instead of reacting with the Pyro, it reacts with the Geo. And then as a result, it basically
it
gives you like a reaction shield, right?
That's really interesting.
You think that's interesting?
Yeah, I think that's really clever.
Yeah.
Stopping Bennett grief.
Yeah, and also like, okay, I keep talking about Bennett, right? But like, you could have other characters that apply aura to yourself. You could have characters that are designed around having aura apply to them. Like, I can imagine like you could have like an Animo character, because Animo is like known for like sucking in auras and stuff. Like that, like an Animo character that gets like wants auras applied to them by like whatever, and then you play a crystallized generator basically that just exists to proc crystallize, so that you can like keep that aura and stuff. Like it seems a bit wonky. It might not work in practice, but it's just like something I thought about.
It would be like little extra utility for playing Zhongli.
But like yeah, and like probably okay. I don't know if Zhongli would even be like the best character, you know, because Zhongli kind of like he gives you a shield. He doesn't really apply Geo. Like
yeah, he technically applies Geo every 2 seconds if you close your eyes and pretend.
Yeah. Like actually, so I was originally gonna make like a video, right, and then I used Albedo as an example.
Okay, and what happened? Okay.
I don't, because like I feel like when I look at Albedo's kit, right, or like it's like his ult gives you 125 EM. Why would they do that? To buff your crystallized shield? Like I like.
So you can play him in vape, duh.
Yeah, so you can get that buff to Hu Tao, sure.
In 1.0, let's go.
Yeah, that's why I pulled Albedo. I had like my
Were you
first
one of the
stream that
people
I,
who
like,
asked me, should I pull C1 or Albedo?
I pulled C1 out. No, I don't think
Okay.
so. I will never
That is
do
a
that.
question I had been asked.
Because okay, like other than Futao, every character like I just pull C0 because
Yeah.
I want like all the characters, I guess. Um I'm like yeah, it is. Okay. So like the crystallized shield thing, that's like the big thing. So like that those two things put together is like my defense and geo rework that I've been like thinking about for like a very long time, like since like Fontaine first started coming out. Like and like I think like these pieces exist in the game. I feel like I might be like crazy, but it feels like it feels like it could be done. Like it feels like if they wanted to like have like after they come out of the region where like it's all like healers and HP manipulation, if they want to stray away from that with Natlan and like be like okay, in this region where you're gonna be like you don't want to like fuck up your HP. You want to like
You want to keep your HP.
you want to keep your HP. You want to like control your elements and stuff. You want to like have like that sort of like control. Then they could easily with like an artifact set or like some characters, they could make this a thing. Like maybe not the defense thing. Like that's a bit like the defense as voicing is a bit like out there and like it probably would never happen. But for like the like I feel like you could definitely rework crystallize in this way. And I think it would be an interesting crystallized rework that doesn't affect the game that much, but also like opens up like new like ways to design characters. I had something.
So, what do you think about an offensive incentive for applying stuff element besides Bennett? So, like a character who applies self, I don't know, let's say Hydro.
I mean that's like pretty easy, right? You could use like any characters or weapons, right? Like weapons like that they're like literally like if you like just talking 60 description, oh you have a pyro applied to you, then you get this buff.
They'd have to
do
release
the same with, like, other
effectively
stuff.
supports for talking stick or a talking stick character.
I don't know about it. I thought Navi would be the talking stick character. To be honest.
Thought so too.
But I mean Navi would Navi would almost like imagine like Navia, except like you get
Navia,
you
whatever
get whatever
crystal she picks up applies a self aura.
Yeah, and also like you like different like or I don't know, maybe a bit too dank, but yeah, it was so like okay, so like about like how easy it would be for them to rework crystallize in a way similar to this, like you know how like okay, Animo as an element, right? It doesn't
kind of terrible.
It's kind of it's really terrible. If you think about it, it's very very similar to Geo, except for it has Viridescent Venerator, and this artifact set single-handedly like makes swirl a thing you want to do.
I don't know if it's just this. They released characters that made swirl the thing you want to do. The same way Chevra's made Overload a thing you want to do.
Mm-hmm.
Kazuha and Sucrose just make swirl a thing.
Yeah, so like it feels like it's so easy to do something that makes crystallize a thing you want to do, like kind of like what they did with Navia, and like maybe a bit more interesting than Navia. Okay, so I'm like really like bad at like.
It's okay. Take your time.
Okay, so my friend also mentioned another thing. This is not my idea. This is hers. So okay. how much information have we had on Natlan so far? No,
None.
it feels like wait, at this time in Sumeria, we had so much information on Fontaine, I think, and with Natlan it feels like not the same. I don't know what's going on over at MiHoYo.
May 23rd is the Wuthering Waves release date. Expect Natlan information on May 23rd.
Really? Is that how it works? Is that?
I think that's how it works.
I guess a bit of a side tangent. Like the timing of like leaks and stuff, like especially with like the beta stuff, the drip marketing coming like a day before the beta.
The drip marketing is also
the drip marketing, and then you get the animations, and then it feels like it feels like very purposeful. I don't know if like it might be a bit of a conspiracy, but like
so drip marketing is always the day the kit leaks.
Yeah. And like so is it like because like obviously like Hoyo knows that like once they drop the beta, of course footage is gonna get out, right?
Yeah.
They built their hype around that, and like if you take away the leaks, the hype kind of doesn't make that much sense to me. At least that's how I see it.
Yeah, it's the conspiracy. There's a reason that it's shown always the day, or we get the kits always the day after the drip.
Okay, so going back to my friend's idea. So there was this one like tidbit we got about Natlan, how like Natlan characters, quote unquote, Natlan characters have a special bond with their Saurians. And Saurians are like these dragon type things, and also like Hoyo has talked about how they want to introduce like new gameplay mechanics in each region, like exploration mechanics, and like I might have dreamt this, but I remember like there was like one like really old thing where they said that in Natlan there'd be mounts.
Yes, there is a leak that says there will be dragon mounts in Natlan.
Yeah, dragon mounts in Natlan. So you could use dragon mounts for like navigating.
Mounts. I didn't imagine dragon mounts in combat. But this sounds like a funny idea. Instead of Arca,
probably not in combat. I don't think it would exist in combat.
You must have a Natlan character, and you are able to ride in combat.
Okay, so like, you wouldn't be able to. You probably wouldn't be able to do it in combat. Like you can't do like you ride your mount in Abyss, but you might like there might be some stuff with like you know how some enemies they have summons, like the Sumeru desert enemies, they have like summons, right? These elemental summons that do stuff. Like we have some elemental summons, like Globa, like Oz, like
Baron Bunny.
I don't know. Yeah, sure.
Sayu's Darumuji?
Yeah. So like my friend's idea is that like these summons, you could consider them like constructs, right? You could consider Oz like an electro construct, like how we have like geo constructs.
It's too late to change it. Chiori's already released.
No.
It's too late. Did you know Chiori activates on the ice constructs, the Samatril summon?
Yeah, I knew that. The cryo construct. Like, oh my god. Like, does she activate on the Dendro constructs as well? Because don't Dendro Samatrils have a construct?
I think they put up bushes.
They like put up thorns, right?
Yeah, I don't know if that can. I don't know if that can.
Yeah.
I think the ISO one is just because it's a retextured pillar. They copy pasted it.
The Dendro Samatrils, they existed in 1.0 with the thorns. Yes. I remember so much like speculation about Dendro from that, and like none of it was correct because they probably completely like they had no idea what Dendro was.
There was a complete burning overload, yeah, or complete burning rework.
Okay, I might just read off because this is not my idea. This is so okay. She says, Sumeria's underground caverns, Fontaine is diving, would have not landed Sky Islands, get navigated via flying mounts.
Yo, we doing Tears of the Kingdom? Yo!
So that's my proof for Natlan's gimmick to be characters able to summon their own mounts / Pokemon that will have better, more complex kits than like Globa, and then like these summons will be more like the Eremites and their summons. And like these summons will do stuff. Natlan characters get more buffs and summons their own field.
We're getting the Loft Wing in Genshin Impact.
Is that will be interesting is if the Pokemon counter is jerk. No. Um, oh no, not the geo constructs. I'm trying so hard, dude. I was so. Theory made me so sad, bro. Um. Um. Okay, I'm a bit lost. So I like. Okay, so I came in, right?
Right.
I
So
gave myself
you
like
just
a few
pitched
pages.
Loft Wings and Sky Islands.
Well, I didn't pitch it. It's not my
Okay.
pitch. It's not my pitch.
You said
The
you were
other
lost.
team,
This is where you were.
Yeah, sorry. Or okay, so I'm.
I wish I was a
I guess-
dev.
I'm really bad at having conversations. I wrote down like 3 pages of notes and like I just got through all of it. And now I don't know what to do. Let me. I guess.
It's okay.
I think. I'd put like a 50-50 on. I'd put like a 70% mounts in Natlan, and then like a 50 on the 70, so like a 35% that the mounts can fly.
So, you had essentially interesting ideas for mechanics that they could introduce, being mount mechanics for Overworld, a rework for interruption resistance to scale on your death, instead of characters having innate multipliers for it.
Yeah.
And it was something about self auras, having Geo act as a shield against self aura.
Yeah.
And something else about self auras.
Like I don't know. Like the reason I like started thinking about this stuff is because like I felt Genshin was getting like pretty stale recently. With like character design.
A lot
and
of
I don't see how they could
a lot of the
keep this up
Fontaine
with,
characters
like another 5 years.
overlapping.
Like it's like this game isn't this game supposed to go on for another 5 years? They release a character every patch. Like I don't see how they can do it at this rate.
Here's the thing. We're getting character overlap because they've effectively decided to stop selling old characters.
Yeah.
But with Chronicled Banner, there will never be another
I feel like
Klee
that
banner.
wasn't the case for a while. Like
No, it
for a
wasn't the
while,
case.
it feels like they did sell old characters.
Yeah. There will never be another Klee banner, so it somewhat made sense. If you say Linny is meant to just be better Klee, because there will never be another Klee banner, you can never... You still can, because Chronicle banners exist. But let's say Chronicle didn't exist. You would never be able to pull Klee instead of Linny.
Yeah, Chronicle... I feel like Chronicle banner was like the nail in the coffin for like for old characters, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't think about the timing of that. Like the timing of they decide to stop selling old characters. Like as soon as they decide, they decide to start reusing old kits and like straight power creeping as soon as they decide to like do like Chronicle banner stuff.
I don't think it's a coincidence.
Yeah, it's definitely not a coincidence. I also don't think it's a coincidence that like I feel like this is the first double 5-star patch we've had outside of like the 0.1 patches for like years, right?
Yep.
That feels like that's like a big red flag to me. Like this Honkai Star Rail game, I don't know if you've heard of it. They release 2 5-stars every patch. Like this is not like as someone who like enjoys like collecting characters as like a Welkin only player, like this is like terrifying.
Let me show you. Let me show you a calendar. So, I don't know if you're watching this. Let me just do this on Discord.
I am watching.
Okay, I'll actually send you screenshots. Okay, so we are on May 1st now, effectively. Okay, so this is the next few months. May 23rd is the release of WoWa. Genshin Impact version 4.7 starts. This is 1 week, 2
really
weeks.
think they're like looking at like Wuthering Waves
starts
as like a big competitor, possibly.
Yeah. Genshin Impact 4.7 starts June 4th.
I see.
And then 4.7 ends. So 1, 2, 3, 4, July 16th. Not July 16th. That's 3 weeks. No, it is July 16th. Is it?
1, 2, 3. Why is this hard? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, July 16th.
Zenless Zone Zero releases
July 4th.
July 4th.
Yeah.
Yep.
But
Just after our triple patch, and which means 4.8 could be no new character to be the slowest patch ever.
Oh, like how Baiju?
Like how they intentionally put out Baiju for Honkai Star
Yeah.
Rail. That could be why we're getting a triple 5-star patch, drown out competition, and put out characters before the slow patch.
Ah, I didn't even think about that.
Instead yeah.
So like you think no new character in 4.8, right?
I don't know if I think no new character. I think
Or no
Baiju
new
too, at least.
No hype character. Like
hype
like
character.
Baiju level hype.
Yeah.
I mean, I think the most likely character right now is probably like Emily.
Yeah, Emily, or they'll just make up someone new. Like Sethos.
I don't think.
Who knew Sethos was coming?
Oh well, Sethos was in the concept art files for a long time.
Wait, there was a mummy girl in the concept art files. Sethos was not.
Yeah. Wait, Sethos was.
No.
I thought.
Sethos was
Okay,
not.
I have no idea.
There was a male Kirara.
Really? I thought the male Kirara looked a lot like Sethos, except Dendro.
Kirara is Dendro. Kirara. I think they designed a cat character, and they were like, let's do an Inazuma cat girl instead. And I feel like the mummy girl was also Sethos at some point, and they just scrapped it.
Because I see.
I think that's my theory, at least.
Like I think Emily is gonna be burning based. Emily's gonna be like some Dendro or Pyro herbalist, like she throws potions or whatever, burning based. That seems like based on concept art at least. But then again, based on concept art, Clorinde had like a bunch of swords. So.
Yeah, Clorinde has no swords.
Yeah, unlucky. Yeah, I mean the concept art is like that was like over a year ago.
Yeah,
at that point, like a lot could change. Okay. About the you mentioned on the other day on stream about like 4-star DPS characters, right?
Yes.
And I think it was like
They're balanced by being impossible to get or jank.
Yeah, and they're also like I think they exist because they might not know like at this moment like oh, what do we want to do with a 4-star kit? What do we want to like? We don't want this for like. There's characters like Shevers and Faruzan, which like actually like shake up like teams and like create new teams, and then there's characters like the on-field DPS characters. Like, they're on field, therefore you can't play them off field. Therefore, and they're 4-star. They have lower scaling, so no one will care about them.
The filler? You're calling them filler?
Well, no one cares about them. That's just how it is, and it's on purpose. Like
the point is for them to be bad.
Yeah, exactly. The point is for them to like. I don't know about bad. Like you could call them like technically they cheat well, but like it doesn't matter if a character cheats well if no one plays them. Like and like I feel like the gap in attention and like love and care and hype put into 4-star characters versus 5-star characters now compared to 1.0 is so like it feels like it keeps growing. Like no one cares about 4-star characters anymore. Like it feels like a Honkai Star Rail moment where like they release like a billion 5-stars and like 1 4-star.
No one gives shit.
They release 2 5-stars every patch and
I actually do feel that way about Sethos.
Yeah, like when okay, like I know I might be like batting like 1.0 4-stars here, but like not just in power, like not exactly, maybe not in power level, but in like relevance and like memory to the player base and maybe
They
like
should make more 4 stars
fan
at the
art
same
and
level as Chung
like story and like that kind of stuff. These 4 stars, like, okay, like 2.7. It was 2.7. 2.7 was like one of my favorite patches because it gave like Fischl and Xinyan and even Kazuha as well because Kazuha has like no lore. But like Kazuha and Mona.
Kazuha has the same lore every quest. What are you talking about? What?
Kazuha doesn't have lore, man.
Because it keeps getting put in events, so you have to keep repeating it. Until it was finally put in a story quest.
Yeah, but like, official, the amount of, okay, I might be like, I might be like really, really like official biased, but the amount of love and attention they put into official, if she were released today, she'd be a 5-star character. And she'd have 2 abilities instead of 1. Like,
and she'd be worse for it.
Yeah, she might be worse for it. Dude, they like Yae Miko was Yae Miko. They created Yae Miko because they wanted to do like official, except more engaging to play. She takes more field time, so you have to do more buttons. She feels like she's actually playing a character. And then Yae Miko at C0 versus Fischl at C6. I think everyone's still like Fischl's just a better option, probably.
In the most, yeah.
Okay, you can kick me off here at any time. Another thing. So Yae Miko, right? This character completely got reworked during pre-beta. Okay, I like call me conspiracist.
They changed
like,
okay. So her original beta was you had to work to reduce her skill cooldown. They had the same mechanic for Ayato when his beta released. I think they had this idea in mind that we need to have the player engaged and have them performing actions on other characters to drop their cooldowns. They ended up doing this for Arlecchino, where she has this 30-second E-skill cooldown, and it drops by doing normal attacks and engaging with her gameplay. They ended up abandoning it in Inazuma, though, because it was completely removed from Yae and Ayato kits. The remnants of it are on Ayato's 5-star weapon. Harangapaku Futsu requires your allies to use elemental skills.
Wait, I wasn't really following wasn't in Ayato's beta. He got a lot of I remember when his kit first came out.
Ayato initially had an 18-second E-skill cooldown that was reduced every time an ally did a normal attack. So you would play around trying to reduce his E-skill cooldown to 12 seconds.
To 12 seconds with what kind
with
of is it like a dual DPS thing where you want to play another character on field for how many seconds?
They just wanted you to weave N1s.
I think N1s?
Yeah, I think they just wanted you to fizz N1s.
Well, you do that anyway. If you
Yeah, that was the point. I guess the point was to teach players to do that. If they play Jingcho.
Oh, well, obviously Hoyo didn't care about this character, man. He wasn't even in the Archon quest. He was a random last-minute side edition. They.
He was in the Ito teaser. He was foreshadowed forever. They cared.
I don't think they cared about this.
But yeah, Ayato's original mechanic was he had a 18-second E-skill cooldown, and it would be reduced.
Every time he shows up into an event, it's to do nothing. He never does anything.
I think Yae was initially 12-second E-skill cooldown, and it would get reduced every time and how I did something. I have no idea.
That makes sense though for as an Electro thing, for the Electro region, right? Because Thundering Fury is kind of a similar thing, right?
They tried. Yoimiya's C4 has this mechanic. Yoimiya's C4 proccing reduces her elemental skill cooldown.
Oh, okay. Wait, I was thinking if they re-released the Electro Archon today, I bet they would
her C6 would give her 70 crit damage and 10% crit rate. That's what her C6 would do today.
Well, yeah, but
or make her next next 5 elemental skill hits hit for 150% of the damage and count as elemental burst damage. Electro is
supposed to be energy recharge, elemental burst stuff. And then Raiden is just like an on-field DPS. She doesn't really enable like other teams. She's just a team by herself, which is like not something they would do with an Archon these days. Like all the Archons are like supports, and then pretty much like Raiden's like the outlier.
Raiden's
I don't know.
But there is also, I guess, this more recent motif starting in Sumeru, where there is an on-field DPS that is of the same element that plays well with them.
Oh yeah, Nahida and Nahatam.
If you let Furina.
So then, who's Raiden's?
Sara. Or Yai.
Oh my god, Raiden and... Wait, no, there's actually no way. Raiden, they should, like...
Since
there's
Raiden
actually
ended
no
up
way
being an on-field
like,
DPS,
yeah.
Yai is an off-field DPS.
Yeah, that must have been why, like... Or like, okay, so two characters, Yai Miko and Yoimiya, right? Yoimiya was like, they designed the retracing bullet of Yoimiya, and Yai, they designed Shiminawa's reminiscence of Yai. With retracing bullet, you can at least see where the inspiration comes from, like in terms of like how it would synergize with the punch of Yoimiya. But Yai, like Shiminawa has nothing to do with anything that Yai would, like, I don't know. Like it makes me a bit confused. It looks like Yai, and it's like, so you have like Raiden and Yai. Yeah, it does.
Yai isn't a very red character.
Shiminawa's looks like Yai. Like Shiminawa's, if you read the lore of Shiminawa.
Yai is pink.
Okay, but look, read the lore of Shiminawa's reminiscence. It's supposed to be Yai, and of course they would have put Yai and Raiden in the same domain. Like that's just how they would do things. It is Yai. I refuse to acknowledge otherwise.
Okay.
I refuse to. Kitsune.
Yai is Kitsune.
Kitsune Saigu, yeah, it is very much Yai related. Oh wait, I had a couple. Okay, at the end of my thing, I had a.
You know, there was an entire part of the Inazuma story where it was a world quest where you learned about Thundering Fury.
About. Wait, a Thundering Fury as in...
Yeah.
Oh, the Tsurumi Island.
Tsurumi Island is literally the Thundering Fury lore.
Tsurumi Island?
This is the lore of Tsurumi Island is the Thundering Fury
Yai
set.
with 18 cooldowns and Yai C1 refunds energy. I'm sure that was an intended expensive
did,
energy. Yeah, of course.
If you did not know, the Great Thunderbird is the lore of Thundering Fury. Much like how Crimson Witch is the lore for La Senora.
I never even noticed that. That's pretty crazy. Oh yeah, it's crazy how that throughout all of Inazuma, this Electro Thundering Fury set, like never got any like new users.
Yeah, TF still doesn't have any users. Actually, it does Sino.
Yeah. Is Sino what's more common on Sino? I feel like Gilded is more common on Sino.
Thundering Fury is better.
Yeah, but it might be better, but like people farm Gilded, right? Because you can farm it with the.
I think they just bat Gilded. I don't know how many people. I don't think people play Sino anymore.
Okay, man.
Is the real? If you want the real answer, there are not a lot of people that play Sino anymore.
Well, I mean, it's a Sumeru domain. You're farming it with Nahida's or with I guess Baiju's set because you're playing Sino. And like the Gilded set, like it's like a deserty set, and like it goes with them aesthetically. That's like
it does go with them aesthetically.
That's like it's all the signals to like a casual player who like is like, oh, you're supposed to farm this set for Sino.
Gilded is less painful to farm. How can a set be less painful to farm than the Strongbox?
Oh. I don't think Thundering Fury was in the Strongbox when Sumeru came out, was it? It was. No, it was.
Sumeru, yes,
it was. It was.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I had an idea that was about the defense stuff. Like this character you could rework Yunjin and like you can make her buff defense, and it's like very easy to like because Yunjin wants to synergize with characters that like do like a lot of normal attacks. Like in theory, right? In practice, her numbers aren't like high enough. Like in theory, like you want to do like big normal attack strings. Like, you don't want to get interrupted out of them. So she increases your defense, and like at the same time she buffs your normal attacks. It would make a bit more sense.
Yeah, it's interesting.
It would make a bit of sense. It's just a random thing. Oh, and then I had So I view Animo and Geo as like opposite elements, right? Animo is always like the underlying theme with Animo is that it like moves things. Like it moves like whether it's like increases your movement, like makes you jump up and down, groups enemies, like that kind of stuff is all like based on like movement. Which is like the opposite of Geo. Or like it could be the opposite of Geo.
The motif that I notice more today on Animo characters is they're all attack scaling.
I mean, and most characters
all
do
of
same, like,
the Animo healers use attack as their primary scaling stat.
Oh yeah. That's a bit. Charlotte also as well, right?
Charlotte's part of it, yeah.
Does Sayu? Does Sayu use attack scaling?
Sayu uses attack.
Damn. Yeah, that's a bit
Sayuji and Isyonian are all attack healers.
Yeah, why do you think that is? I mean, it
It's
feels like
the
that's really
opposite of
affecting-
Geo, the death element. I have no idea. I have no idea.
No, attack. But attack is like the pyro. Like we already know. Okay. There's like a 99%.
They designed Zhao first and had to work backwards. I don't know.
There's a 99% chance that the pyro archon is gonna be like an attack percent buffer.
What if what if they use death scaling?
No, they wouldn't. Okay, good one.
They wouldn't, but who would? Zhongli doesn't. Like Zhongli doesn't even use it. Who else would?
I don't know. They really like the fact that the Geo Archon doesn't scale off defense. That's like
they fucked up.
It's over. It's over. It's over. I mean, like I guess also like you could think of like with VV, like Animo is like the only element that reduces resistance, right? And like so like Geo could increase resistance, like that kind of thing, like
Well, that's what it does.
It's
That's what Crystallize does. It increases your resistance. It's kind of inconsistent, but that's what it does.
Yeah. It could do it. It could do it better and more like synergistically, but it doesn't. That's pretty much like I don't know. A bunch of my ramblings.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah. I'm actually really surprised that you just let a random viewer just like take over your stream.
Yeah, content is content.
I hope I was good content.
Thank you.
I try to be good content. Okay. Goodbye. Thank
Chat,
you.
say thank you and goodbye.
Oh, thank you and goodbye. Yeah.
Okay. We talked about some game design stuff for Genshin. That was fun. Back to Genshin. Back to talking about Clorinde. Was that chatter? That is oatmeal. I missed join stream. I've tried. You want to be like that, Jack? Kirby's a pink guy. Kirby is a pink guy. You don't trust yourself speaking English. You thought that was Steve, guys? No, it's Oatmiru. In chat. Right here, interacting with everyone already. Have I tried Nubis on Asia? No. No, I have not. I wanted to do Clorinde stuff. I wanted to read... We need to do her new C1. So let me do that real quick. We'll look at Shiver's stuff, just because I think it's fun. Imagine having seen through the... Thank you so much for the gift sub, Nimus! Need community commentary when I'm using the fragiles. Aware. Actually buffed her 5-star weapon. How did Absolution get buffed? It went from 36 damage percent to what? What did they change Absolution to? It is not updated here. I thought they just changed this weapon. It's 48 now. Why is that not on Hakushin? Why is it not on Hakushin? Bruh. Alright, whatever. 48, 16 per stack. 16 per stack? Why didn't they do 14? They kind of just supercharged it. Okay. Yeah, they really did just supercharge this thing. Wow, what the fuck? Finale. Yeah, what the fuck? Her 5-star weapon is now 28% better than Finale? 5-star weapon is now as good as her C1? Bruh. How much better is it than Mistsplitter now? We'll go through it. Let me grab our one Lion's Roar. Bruh. Yo, Dimus, thank you so much for another gift sub. Oh my god. Giga Chad. Giga Nime. Harangabaku Futsu is also dead now. Bruh. Bruh. Alright, Black Sword. R1. Black Sword R5. Do I even need to put J... Could I just say J Cutter isn't usable on this character? Is that something reasonable that I can say? Because it basically isn't. Yeah, it basically isn't usable on this character. Whatever. J plus Clorinde is nearly 90 crit rate. Yeah, it really is nearly 90 crit rate. It might technically be better than... Anyway. Okay, that's unreacted weapons. There's a bit of it. There's a small oopsie here. It's fine though. No one will notice. Row. Absolution. It won't change the data. You have R5 Lion's Roar. Nice. Anyway, the difference between Absolution and Jade Cutter now is what? %? Okay, that's pretty normal. 7.6%? Yeah, that's pretty normal. This is also unreactive, not ag. It's either a 5-star limited or -28. I'm not sure. Let me go back to Absolution. Oh wait, that's R5, J Cutter. Oops. It's supposed to be this number. Oopsies. Okay, that's fixed now. We need Absolution. 10, so C1 is now, so C0, C1, C2, C3, C4, C5, C6. I only really need to do the new C1. C1 is now modify, not good. It's fine for ag. Outside of ag, I wouldn't use it. Or increased IRs on C2. Yeah, it is. C1, it's still 30%. Okay. And it's 8 times now. But the bigger deal is it procs this. Also, that's not 8, that's 16. Her C2 is what? It makes this... Does she have a new C2? Did they change her C2 yet? Question. Does she have a new C2? What's the new value for C2? What's the new value for C2? Because it's not on this page. Why isn't it on this page? 30%? Okay. And the regular one was 20% per. Okay, equals, or actually, can I just bloop? Bloop, 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 bloop. What is the new difference between these? Equals U. Or U. It's now 26% and 25%. Wow, what a massive change. Wow. C1 better than R1 now. If you're going for, I guess C1's basically the same. C2. Wait, did they change the value for C1 as well? Give me a second. C1. No, it's still 30%. Okay. C1's basically the same. C2 is better now. Yeah. The total difference between you is 58 now. That shouldn't be plus. It should be, yeah, you know what, whatever. Multiplicative. Plus. Yeah, whatever, it's fine. Yeah. You've been out of it recently? Is Clorinde gonna end up with a red cons? She does have red in C1, C2. Scaling. Yes. When Clorinde and Naviator run together, I would like that. I don't have Verdict. I would like that because I don't have Verdict. That would be cool. She is so riding. Yeah, she Fontaine ride it, French riding. French riding, French riding. Hence my theory of look. Imagine how hype it would be. Imagine how hype it would be. Free Clorinde. Everyone gets a free Clorinde. It would be the most hype thing ever. Well, I'm kind of whatever on Clorinde. We get a free Clorinde. I am #1 Clorinde fan. I am #1 Clorinde fan. Free Clorinde would be crazy. It would be, but that's the point. We all become Clorinde mains. Sijwin is free. Sijwin's so bad she can't be free. Sijwin is so bad it would almost be an insult if she was free. I don't know how else to put it. I actually don't know how else to say it. She's so bad it would be insulting. You become a Clorinde main if she was free. Gotta get all the electro carries C2. You think they get less negative feedback if they give a free Chi-Chi. I got a Chi-Chi. I got a Chi-Chi. Lost 50-50. I'm not feeling very good. Lost 50-50. At 90-50. Muted. Chi-Chi Fallen. The Chi-Chi song is legendary. Make it stop. Fine, I'll play the real one. Fine. How much value does it? It actually gets extra value. It's like 30 per. But C2 is worse.
I pulled a Chi-Chi. I pulled a Chi-Chi. I'm not feeling very good. I pulled a Chi-Chi. Lost 50-50. At 90 betting, uneven clutching, and now I'm out of primogens. I pulled a Chi-Chi.
A classic.
I pulled a Chi-Chi.
It's a true classic.
I pulled a Chi-Chi. I'm not feeling very good. I pulled a Chi-Chi. Lost 50-50.
Do I do account reviews? I do.
At 90 betting, uneven clutching, and now I'm out of primogens.
We lost 50-50, boys. Pack it up. You with a C6 Chi-Chi? Bruh. Am I ready for Capitano? Some meme? Yes. Yeah. You see this happening? No way they ever show. Is C2 Clorinde similar to C3 Raiden? I think so. I think so. If not, I think C3 Clorinde is similar to C3 Raiden. We won't know for sure until she's actually released and we can play her, but hey, we'll find out. You demand this to be the case? Actually, will we find... Wait, fuck. Am I the C3 Electro character guy? Bruh, I hope not. Bruh, I hope not. Oh no. Oh no! C3 Electro main. C3 Lisa, I have C5. Pull AC3, I can't. Or at least I didn't pull for Yai. I didn't even pull Yai in her original banner. Who pulls for Candace Cons? Bro, are you mad? Yes. C3 Yai begging. C3 Sino is a pull of all time. What do you got? What's wrong with those C3 Sino? Don't bully the C3 Sino. Should you pull for Arlecchino C1 or stop C2 or stop at C1? Honestly, stop at C1. Stop at C1. Pull within your responsibility. Get the 5-star weapon if you don't have it already. Should you pull C0 Sino? Do you like him? You have to really like him. You have to really like him. Pull C2 Baiju first. Bruh. Alright, well, let's go play Sino. Is there a way I can play side on one side, cutscene on the other side? Yeah, I'm not even gonna bother. You need to start gearing all the characters you own for Imaginarium. Alright, let's squad up, Sino. Sign up. C1 Arlecchino bigger increase than C2 and C3. Yes, yes it is. Oh, you know, we can actually play international. Oh shit, we can play international. Let's go. Actually, let's use Strongway. It'll be easier. I have played international. It's very good. Nah, I'd burst. This is how international works. Elemental. We have terrible cards. Why do I just have the worst cards at all? Always. I just always have the worst cards. I have not had good cards, I think, once since Arlecchino released. We're looking at strong lane damage. This is kind of really awkward. Trimus, don't play double venture. Trimus, please don't play double Dendro. Don't be tempted to pull Baishu. Don't let people try to convince you it's good for Sino, it's not. If anyone tells you it is, they're lying. You disagree if I should replace the aha. Is Baishu optimal anywhere? He's comfortable everywhere. He's a pretty comfy guy. Like, we'd be getting staggered if we weren't playing Baishu here like that. We would get staggered like that. Quick! While Twitch chat can't see you? Is Kiwawa just straight up? Kiora does a much worse job at keeping you comfy. Kiora is significantly weaker as a defensive option. In Baiju's defense, Kiora is significantly worse as a defensive character. You tried playing Sonic Topside, you ended up not playing Sonic Topside. That's correct. Key is comfy. It's fair. Sure, that actually has uses outside of shielding. What is his best fourth slot? A quick bloom team? What is a quick bloom? In a hyper bloom team? It's either Baiju or Shinobu. It's either Kiora, it's either Shinobu or Baiju. They're very similar on paper. I think in practice, the ability to not play Sino with Shinobu kind of just trumps Baiju. I think the ability to not play Sino makes Shinobu significantly better. Because there are times where you just don't want to commit your Sino burst. I think Baiju's super comfortable in Aggravate. I like him for Aggravate. His tights on AI, I don't know how to update the command. That's Chimus. Oh, how's it going, Chimus? Do you remember how to mod? How's it going? No. Alright, never mind then. What do you put on Baiju? You know how to do it? Alright, congrats, Lucy. You've been promoted. You've been promoted! The fuck is this? I don't even think this one's AI. I think this one's Photoshop. I think this one's Photoshop. Oh my god. Oh, speaking of Firefly. Wait. Isn't Topaz's rerun, like, this week? Uh-oh. Are we still doing... Is it Tuesday or Wednesday? I don't know either. Let me get Dory. Bruh. Dory being out of Honkai Star Rail. Why does Dory have a midriff? I really like this venturing character, by the way. When is streamer getting a midriff? We pulled Riesly with we pulled Riesly shirtless. We did shirtless Riesly pulls. If you remember. Our Riesly pulls were sponsored to be shirtless. Tea. I watched Tula cook scrambled eggs. I don't think that woman has ever cooked with butter before in her life. To be honest. I watched her freak out that the butter was bubbling. I watched her freak out that her butter was bubbling. She's like, oh god, the butter is burning! She also started cooking the butter on high heat before she realized that wasn't correct. I don't know if she's cooked with butter before in her life. I don't know how else to put it. She did make scrambled eggs, though. I gotta give her that. I do need to give her credit. She did cook the scrambled eggs, and they did get scrambled. Has Silas shown me Yoda? Yes, I watched it with him. I was sitting in voice chat with Silas, watching the Tula cooking stream. You know, the eggs are even better if you strain them, Chimus. Strain your eggs. Put them through a sieve. If you really want to care. Just bite the egg. Half an hour for some scrambled eggs! You gotta cleaning up. Cleaning up a strainer to make scrambled eggs. Oh my god. I can't imagine. But hey. Apparently they're better that way. You just put your eggs in the pan like a normal person. You only like your eggs over hard. Microwave your... Please don't microwave your eggs. If you microwave your eggs, you're a psychopath. I don't know how else to say it. The smell of microwaved eggs, it just like permeates your nose. It makes me throw up. I don't know how else to put it. It makes me want to throw up. Is tomorrow off day for USA? I don't think so. So they just pop, by the way? I don't know. You know, I remember microwaved eggs having a smell. What do you know what they smell like? My mom made microwaved eggs in the morning. And I was like, oh! Every morning. I wouldn't sit near it. It's just fart smell? Yeah, it's gross. Eggs should not smell like farts. Hold on, I gotta go finish taking a shit. Alright. Sorry about that. What is Chimus? Chimus is the former head moderator who's currently here. He was a Gamba gremlin. If you get 1,000,000 points, you win. God, you win Gambas. TLDR, you win the Gamba. Chimus, there have been 4 Chimus redeemers now. There have been 4. Alright, that is our daily Star Rail maintenance complete. You have to be the one who refunds. Oh no. Instructor struggling with Nuvula base. Just run high ER. It's like playing Instructor Furina for Arlecchino. Do you have help with the best? Sure, we can do a viewer best real quick. Sure. Current analysis of Clorinde. Literally right in. What do I think about Candace with Arlecchino? Seems like a fun budget option. It might actually be better than Jingcho. You? Read that abyss is going to be once per month. New Imaginarium Theater. Yep, that's correct. That's 100% correct. Can verify. Oh, we're going to play Arlecchino here. Okay. We're going to play Arlecchino here. How bad do we give this go? Let's try this. Is that Calamity Queller? It is Calamity Queller. For a second, I thought it was Ballad. Okay, maybe we're not gonna play Arlecchino. This is not it. We'll try it. We'll give her a go. Okay, you only need chamber 12-3? No. Okay. We need multiple chambers. Am I even gonna bother trying to play Arlecchino? Yeah, we'll do it for content. Yeah, we'll do it. We'll do it for content. Oh, this is such a bad idea. Oh, this is such a bad idea. I'm not going to. This is such a bad idea. As much as I would like to play Arlecchino, I'm not going to. Sorry, Arlecchino. Sorry, Arlecchino. Actually, let me switch sides, it'll be easier. Arlecchino gameplay, please? Bruh. Fine, we'll try. Fine, we will try Arlecchino. If we can't do it with... How much time do we have before Abyss resets? This is EU. Oh. No, we're not playing Arlecchino. No, we're not playing! It resets in like 20 minutes. It resets in like 20 minutes. Yeah, no. If we have time afterwards, we'll play Arlecchino. Look, I don't know what to tell you. It's literally 30 minutes. We just have no time. We have no time to fuck around. You gotta do what you gotta do, man. There's 7-0 significantly worse than Sprite, always has been. Always has been. Thank you to Zest for sponsoring the stream. Try out high caffeine energy tea with Zest. LiveZesty.com/JStern25. I just fucked up. Come on. Please. No best? No, it resets in literally 30 minutes. We are doing a last second Abyss player. As you would call it. Bruh. Literally last second Abyss player. That's not right, right? Hello. Can't see the timer. Don't worry about it. We're fine on time. We just need to not die, and we'll be fine. Not using Joe. Let's go. Thank you. There we go. Okay. Let's do this. Let's not fuck up. Because it would be embarrassing if we screw up here. Who's on life support? The chamber's already over. Alright, there you go. Done! We made it through. Is it worth getting early no burst height? No. Did we win? Yes, we did win. We can now try to play the Arlecchino. Claim? Yeah, we have to claim. We have, for reference, chat, there is 30 minutes until Abyss resets. There is 30. Alright, let's go play Arlecchino. Let's try the Arlecchino. It only took 5 minutes. Yeah, it did only take 5 minutes. That's why I didn't want to play the Arlecchino. Because I knew it would just take longer. Here, would you guys like to see C0 Arlecchino? Yes. All right. You might have better artifacts. It's fine. Oh god, I forgot to... No notice. There you go. This is Queller, this is Queller. I'm gonna be real, I don't know how much better. That's our 811, that's fine. Her talents besides neural attack don't really matter. They just kind of don't matter. Yelan, please kill. Yelan, please. Please, Yelan, please. Please, Yelan, please. Thank you. Yeah, this chamber is really nice. Woo. Oh, it's fine. I'm choking a little bit. It's fine. Yeah, we're full HP. It's fine. Alright, we're full HP. That's all that matters. Woo! So I'm out of Clorinde in a Resident Evil 4. Nice. Alright, let's get this over with. Now let's get this pain over with. Here we go. How bad could it be? I know the answer to this question. Fortunately. Unfortunately, I know the answer to this question. Unfortunately, I know the Oh, I'm too used to playing. She's dead again. Yeah, we did it! Woo! Fun! Or something. Is Clorinde a meta character? She's like Raiden. I guess. I guess you could say that. Sure. If she's like Raiden, I guess. Yeah. It kind of just ultimately depends where you feel Raiden is. Is Sejwin a meta character like Chi-Chi? No. Sejwin is at least a Hydra character and is a healer. Thank you so much. Yeah, no problem. I've got a small headache. Ah, my head. Yeah, this is probably gonna be a short stream because of that. Ugh. Alright, show their kooky build. I can show their kooky build. If you think Ryan is bad, Clorinde is bad. I didn't say that. It's up to you to decide. I think Clorinde will be more than good enough. I think she'll be pretty good. I think she'll be very comfy, because you can play without a healer. The self-sustain aspect is something she has over Raiden, even if Raiden has interruption resistance. Clorinde self-sustains. It is an actual advantage for Clorinde, and I think it's really awesome to see. I think it's really awesome to see that kind of mechanic on an electric character, because if you want to play Hyper Bloom, as is, you're kind of dependent on pulling Shinobu. If you want to play like crap Hyper Bloom team, or not crap Hyper Bloom team, if you want to play a Hyper Bloom team like we were playing in that Abyss, you are dependent on pulling Shinobu. You can't really play it without Shinobu, is kind of a problem. And he definitely won't be comfortable. And some people don't even like Shinobu's comfort. I think an electric character is an on-field DPS that heals themselves, alleviates a lot of that. A lot of that stress, and could actually be really useful. Does she still want Bennett anyway? Not really, she doesn't have to have Bennett. Clorinde and Raiden share the same teams. Essentially, yeah. EM Raiden mud check? Or are we gonna pretend like pulling a specific 5-star character is any easier than getting a C0 4-star on a new account? Where is the Raiden banner mod check? Was it 2 months ago? Well, I guess you missed it. Better luck next year. Better luck! Guess you can't play Hyper Bloom, buddy. Guess you can't. Do I like Clorinde's visual design, or do I prefer the old League traditions? I like it. She looks good. But yeah, as much as people like to say Hyper Bloom is great on new accounts, unless you pull Shinobu, you just can't play it. It's just terrible. It's just terrible. So, like, Clorinde might be comfortable for it. We'll see how that goes. Okay, I gotta turn the spotlight off. T6 Kano's Arlecchino stack up against usual Hydra supports. She might be better than Xingqiu. A third of the damage of Xingqiu or Yelan, but she buffs the same amount of as Yelan, so she's actually could be better than Xingqiu. That's my review. Xingqiu sucks. Do I have migraines? I do have a migraine right now. Have I seen the new Abyss? No, we'll do it tomorrow. We will probably end up doing it tomorrow. I've got a bit of a migraine. Let's play Lisa Hyper Bloom. If you theoretically had a Mercy Hunter set with minimal crit rate, how much worse would it be than Whimsy? I don't know what you mean by that, to be honest. Migraine suck. I think it's because I skipped caffeine. I still remember Kut saying Hyperloom, we couldn't even 35 star. Yeah. But I'm okay. I am okay. I've been a bit busy, but I'm okay. Yep. Can't believe they're releasing electric toes. Boobs. Boobas. Stupid Hyperloom is still good. New Abyss. Sure. Sure. I don't really understand the question. Sure. I think New Hyperloom is... It's not the best way to fight if you let. I'll just leave it at that. I'm not gonna call it wrong, I'm just gonna call it not the best. If you have enough characters that you're just available. Oh god. Yeah, I'm gonna lay down. We'll do Abyss tomorrow, early tomorrow. I think an AoE type lever would make Xingqiu optimal. More optimal. The problem with the more optimal verbiage is Xingqiu isn't optimal in any team anymore. The problem is that Xingqiu is not optimal anymore. He's been replaced in effectively every team, besides maybe Hyperbloom that just does Hyperbloom damage. That's basically it. Do I think it would help Xingqiu catch up? Yes. I do think it would help Xingqiu catch up. I do think it would help Xingqiu catch up. Yeah, I gotta go lay down. Must bring Pyro character. Pyro or Usia. If you bring Furina, you can just bypass it. Take care.